We're gonna try and go live, see what happens. We are at the old Allegheny High School in Limestone, New York. We've had a lot of activity so far. I tried to go live on Facebook, but it's not, the service here is kind of spotty. Not staying connected. So hopefully, maybe I can get something here. There's an elevator. Let me see if I can switch it around. We got cameras everywhere. But you can see the purple light strips right there. There's an elevator there. And it keeps opening by itself and going up and down. There's nobody there. There's more activity.
I didn't know you were live.
It's on YouTube. There's not going to be hardly anybody on here, if at all anybody.
I literally just made a post on Facebook. Like, sorry guys, the service here is
I
really
did one
spotty.
on Spear Hunters.
Mhm.
Yeah, I put one out there too.
Oh shit. My service was so bad.
So, and if nobody pops on for the YouTube, it'll still post and people will still be able to see.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
every time we go live, we get 5 to 6 subscribers. So, and we will have been live a handful of times on there. So,
Yeah, so, but anyways, there's been a lot of activity so far. The equipment keeps going off. Let me take you into the gym. Take you into the gym where we have the paranormal music box that keeps going off. Cat balls that keep going off.
We saw some light go off on that stage too. We don't know where it came from. Huh?
But the light
A light was on the stage somewhere that was lighting it up a little bit and it went out.
we have the
I don't know
grid
where it
going
came
in
from.
here. If anything catches in
you
the
go live?
grid, then you'll see the pixels will black out.
Upstairs. Maybe you can get it up there, a little higher.
I'm not sure who's viewing, but hello.
We were gonna ask about the Wi-Fi. Did you get a chance?
oh, yeah, you can get Wi-Fi.
I hear Hunter in here. I'm not sure. Is anybody else in here?
Tom.
And we have Tom. We have this YouTube. Somewhere in the darkness.
Turn my flashlight on real quick. Just so they can kind of get a feel of.
There it is. So we have the
2 cat balls.
paranormal music box and 2 cat balls that have been going off nonstop.
Tom, can you stick your hand in front of that so YouTube viewers can see what it does? Yep. So it sends out ultrasonic pulses, and if it bounces off of something, which is why it's ultrasonic is very good for paranormal.
And this is the stage. The only thing that's up here are chairs and soccer net.
We'll get some more lights going on later. We're all finally starting to get started here after setting up for 2 hours.
And so the sensor on the music box is pointing away from us.
Can you set one of the cat balls up again?
But Hunter, what kind of activity did you say was happening already during setup?
The elevator was going up and down on its own. It was opening on its own. You know how, like, in construction, they have those. Laid out. There you go. They have those, like, magnetic screens that close together and you just pop them open. I thought it was over there, but they had those and they had one coming down in front of it. It opened on its own and it went up on its own twice that I'm aware of. The elevator just keeps going up on its own, up and down. It's making weird beep noises, and like it's just none of this started happening until after we started setting up. So we got 2 cameras out there. We got one on there now. We got the tripwire on the floor. We got one in the elevator, so that it, regardless of what floor it opens, it's going to have a great angle of catching something there, which would be freaking awesome.
Right.
So
And was there anything else?
I'm sure there was. I wasn't around. But hey guys, this is going to be coming around with the YouTube live. If you have any stories of what already happened here, let me know.
she's gonna cover in that.
Is that your walkie?
Yeah, my walkie sucks. This is the second one I tried.
Okay, copy that.
No, you need one.
I will get a different one.
I'm like wandering around by myself.
You take, yeah, crab ass one. There's people in the place, I'm pretty sure too, so.
Did they say there was some activity in the basement?
They were in that back room on, around this corner, out by the, if you go down here, take a left, and then down and right at the hallway, it's the second door on the left. There was some stuff going on there. They got a camera and stuff in there, but I don't really know what.
Can't hear. Okay. Well, I hear footsteps upstairs, so let's go check out upstairs. So I don't know if any stories of this building other than it was built in 1936.
Check.
I got you on the second floor. Okay.
Are you in the janitor's closet?
Should we say this? Should we tell them what's
There's
going
a
on?
janitor with this regard.
No, listen, I think I should become an artist. Alright, so,
Are you talking about the janitor's mouth?
I think it's messed up, but I'm not gonna eat that. Okay. It's in here. There's cameras too. Someone messes up.
So it probably got what you guys are getting. That thing's going, that thing's gonna be going all day, all night. What time you guys are gonna leave?
In that back hallway now.
I'm right here.
Oh, never mind, it's right here.
Who's looking for me?
Dad, he was waiting for you.
I'm right here. And we took over the cafeteria. This is our boo room.
Hello, guys.
Boo stands for base of operation. We have cat ball right here that's been practically going off since we set it up.
Spiky really big, by the way.
And
Oh, look at that.
64.5. Can't be. I just walked in and it was already at 64.
Yeah, I think it's a kid playing with the ball.
You've been getting a lot of high millimeter readings, a lot.
I think it's a kid playing with
Keep playing with, I
Yeah.
figured it was too.
and he's reacted because as soon as
This is
the
Tom.
room cleared, and I said, okay, everybody's gone, you can go ahead back to playing with it. Light show, the whole goddamn stage went up. Music
live.
box went, the ball started going again.
I mean,
As soon as
people are like
everybody
that, like
left,
crazy.
yeah, I said to him, I said, it's just you and me, go ahead, go back playing, and on cue, boom, shit just lit
You
up.
know what's weird too? It was playing with you all that time.
Right,
It played when Lisa was in there.
Yep.
It played when I was in there. But when I brought Nicole in there, who used to be a teacher here,
yeah,
stopped dead.
yep.
Cold.
I walked in and it just went dead.
I
Yeah.
wonder if whoever would might have been recognized her. Hey, I'm not supposed to be playing on the stage, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I
Maybe
definitely
look
think
at
it's a
she's
kid.
getting spikes.
Like I even said to him, I said, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
you like playing with the ball, and he responded with the music
that.
box a little better, so, okay.
Did you tell-
There's definitely energy walking
Yeah,
around.
well, not just that, in that gymnasium
There's no
he's
doubt
talking about,
it.
there's a bunch of different cat balls going on. Down here, did you tell them about the elevator?
Yeah, and Hunter did. I showed them, I think I showed the elevator.
And there, it went up 3-4 times by itself, that I know about. There was, Lance said he could hear something walk onto it, and the noise of it and the movement, and then come off.
Do they use the elevator while this building is in session?
No.
Like, is
Most
it
of the
safe
building
for
is
us to
shut
go
down.
on?
Yeah, and by the way, that cover that was on when we were going through got pulled up by itself. Something in here did that before all these other people showed up.
So what happens if we pull the cover down and then,
Well,
because
right
it's
now,
magnetic?
We got cameras on it and in it.
Well, I know, but I'm saying if we pull the magnet down and close it, if it got caught on camera of going back up by
It's
itself?
almost as if we could. We certainly could try that as a good thing. It's almost as if when we got here, whatever's in the building saying, hey, use the elevator, we're happy you're here, kind of, you know.
When I first saw it, it was covered.
Did you tell them about the back room too? That back classroom? All right, they went in there, radio turns on, the farther
Oh,
they get
really?
in, yeah, it gets louder and louder, right as they're getting closer to it. So
What
it turns the
radio?
volume of it. And
There's
that
a
back-
radio?
Yeah, it's all the way down the hall to the left, all the way back down that hall, and then to the right. He unlocked it, it was a private office.
Oh, okay.
And he also unlocked the courtroom, which they're getting all kinds of activity right now.
Yeah, they are.
But it's kind of personal. I don't know if you want to get that on the live. One of the people here, there are a couple of people here, their son passed away a while back.
And they're communicating
They're
with,
communicating with him, or they seem to be.
which would be a personal thing that shouldn't be broadcast.
Upstairs, they heard loud bangs, stuff moving, and apparently somebody rubbed their hand down the chalkboard.
Yeah, on both chalkboards. Like Jessica just wrote something, and then it got smeared. And then they went across to the other chalkboard, which already had a
So she
drawing.
wrote
and
it
got
and
smeared.
it got smeared.
Yes.
Oh, see, I thought it was something that was already on
Oh,
there.
there, on the other side of the room, there was.
Oh, wow.
And then, so we went in another room where there was a chalkboard, and that's where you could see the hand go all the way down.
We should
And the
know too.
meter right here is reading, just jumped up to 5, now it's 4.6,
Yeah,
7.9,
Mill-
And mine is going crazy.
9.5.
Millimeters going up to 25, 28. It's really ridiculous.
7.3,
When I first came,
9.1.
this didn't do anything. And now it's responding.
Oh, no, the later we're getting into the night, the more the
Yeah,
activity.
the more activity we get, the later
Rather
it
than-
gets.
Yeah. Well, are you ready to do your thing upstairs?
To do my thing
Well.
on YouTube Live.
I'm sorry about
And
that.
I marked it for kids safe, so.
Dropping it down.
Hey, you don't want to cuss.
I didn't cuss.
You did, but that's what,
I
you
said
didn't
dropping it
realize.
down, dropping it down and doing your thing.
All right,
It
so
was
tell
a
me where
nice
we're going. I'm just gonna
success.
follow
Wasn't
you.
Oh, okay.
Um,
And if you guys are
135 in this.
13.6. So the ones that
Oh,
are
that's
on here,
Oh, that's 13 point.
trying to get my stuff.
Oh,
No,
look.
You didn't touch
And
it,
look,
you didn't
see?
touch it.
See, like I said, this has been going
31,
off since
yeah,
we got here.
49,
You didn't touch the cart.
38, 49.
And those
44,
that follow the
48.
our videos and stuff, if you're
13,
familiar,
7.
I do dowsing rods. So somewhere along
you said you needed gum.
the night, I
If
will
you
be
use a half a
doing
piece at a
rod
time, It'll
sessions.
last you longer.
That's what I usually do. I learned from
And
my mom
usually
how to
my
do that.
rods are pretty
Yeah,
accurate with information,
Even
so
though
we shall
someone
see what
says,
we
"You can have a whole piece
pick up.
now."
just waiting for the guy right here.
Boom, boom.
Wait for me. I've been waiting for you.
I'm just gonna be following you, so look, there goes the
Cat ball just went
cat
off
ball again.
And my,
Thank you, guys. We really appreciate you setting off so much stuff.
All right, catch you later.
my meter is still, now, I got nothing on this meter the whole first part was
Really?
here.
I told you that once we got in here and form up.
I wish I could see if there's comments popping up, if anybody has any comments or anything, but I'm sure if you do have comments, then once this gets posted, I can come through and read them and respond back. We're making our way upstairs. Well, first, let me show you. This is Lance right here. This is, we're in the courtroom. Guess there's been a lot of activity in here.
I don't know if it's telling me to sit, but.
What'd you get in here? Anything?
Sit.
They're good at some things.
You want me to sit? What is?
Courts in session.
When we were, well, I remember going over to Oakville there at one time. You were
Judge.
showing us all the ice house you made with the, that,
Oh, yes.
they made stuff up in the woods. Some cabin or something, for them to go hang out at. The workers.
All right, I gotta go upstairs.
It would make snow,
Okay. Making my way up.
The one where Jessica wrote on it?
yeah, it's falling and that one over there. There's one on the right down there.
Ooh, it's warm up here. And these are students from Allegheny High School.
Say hello, girl.
Here is YouTube Live.
What's up, YouTube? All right, I think all the lights off now, except for the emergency lights.
Like if you saw anything, like you saw the camera, like I didn't hear it on the walkie-talkie.
Yeah, you can just go to the camera and just speak into, if you see one, do you want to, did you see anything? Did you hear anything?
And like Miss Carol's like room,
Which room is that?
it's like the gym, but you go past it and then take a right.
Okay. What did
Oh,
you
the
guys
one in
see?
that back corner around the
Yes.
hallway I was telling you about.
So what happened?
So we unlock the room, we go into it, and the EMF readers go up like a little bit, and then the radio is playing like a little bit. So we don't know if it was already on or it turned on while we were like going in. But then as we started to like raise our tone and like talk more, like the volume just kept going up.
Oh, okay. Just to kind of drown you out?
Mhm.
That's cool.
She really messed with like the EMF readers, was really like talkative.
Mhm.
So I thought that was like pretty cool.
Nice. We'll have to go check that out.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Here, when we
So we got
first
some
came in,
radioactivity in one of the rooms. We'll have to go find that room later.
there was no smear, and now there's a smear here and here.
Yeah, that wasn't like that earlier.
It was not.
I came up earlier and some of the group of kids were over here and they were all drawing on the board.
Well, one of them came in here and drew something just to see if it gets smeared. I guess it was just this big. And this came on really, really
So where
well,
was the chalk?
but it's turned off.
That's crazy. I'll put this up here.
I'm gonna
She
write,
said this is got erased, but you probably like
Okay.
that. Oh, it's weird. I'm gonna put it in the camera.
Well, it'd be really freaky if it was totally erased,
If it's what?
totally erased.
Spirit.
Alright, this is what I'm gonna do.
Spirit Hunters Inc.
Right there, I'll put this camera right on there.
Over here for a place to sit down and do it.
was here. Today is
Over there.
5/3/25.
I got 3.0.
I think we're gonna try and do a, maybe,
What?
what are we gonna try and do here?
Maybe.
Like you said. I'll grab this table. I'm gonna put the whole recorder on.
Okay.
Okay, you have a recording device there, you don't need my camera?
Well, I'm on YouTube Live, so
Oh,
You don't need my flashlight, or do you?
maybe if they wanna,
I'm gonna put my phone on her.
Oh,
It's gonna light her up.
pardon me while I adjust this. Okay.
Okay, we are at the old
is someone in here?
Allegheny Limestone
And
High School.
before I use my rods, I always ask 3 questions basically just getting permission to use them, and if at any time there's even just one no out of the 3 questions, I don't use them. I had already asked permission, and I got the okay to use them. So,
We're in the second floor of the Allegheny High School, Limestone High School. This is Lisa doing the broad
Okay.
section, she's
It's
also
May
on
3rd, right?
YouTube Live. We have some stuff on the board that got smeared earlier. We got a cat ball up there, and we got a teddy over here, and a couple other cameras in here.
is there any spirits in this room right now that would like to talk?
You got a camera right here.
We'll see if we can.
And they're saying maybe.
What was the
So,
question?
Spirit hunters.
Anybody wanna talk?
I said if there's any spirits in here, and if so, if they want to talk, and they said maybe. Again, maybe. So, since the rods are answering, I'm assuming that there is at least a spirit in here?
If you can, go live on
Yes.
TikTok, that'd be great.
So my yes answers for YouTube, people watching, my yes answers, when the rods swing back and point to me, that's yes. When they cross in front of me like an X, just like now, that means a no. And when they meet in the middle, that's either like, I don't know, or maybe. Sometimes when they're stubborn and they don't want to answer a question, or if it's something that we're not supposed to know, they will not respond, they will just point forward. So I already established that there is a spirit, at least one spirit in here. Not sure who it is. They're saying yes. So is it somebody that we know? No. Are you a male? No. So you're female. So a female spirit is in here. Did you used to go to school here? No.
Are they connected to somebody in the building now?
Are you connected to somebody that's in the building with us right now? No. So they didn't go to school here, and they're not connected to somebody in the building right now. What else, what kind of, offices and stuff are in this building?
Well, the
Do we know?
courthouse is in this building.
The what is?
Courthouse. There's a number of other offices that are rented. I think some of them are for the city. Or maybe the county, I can't remember.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and ask what this spirit's name is. Is it okay if I ask what your name is? So does your name, just let me know if your name begins with the letter A, you can just answer yes or no. Does your name begin with the letter A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, you're getting closer, I, J. Your name begins with the letter J. Okay. So that can be anything. And you said you're a female? No, not a female, you're a male. So there's a male whose name begins with the letter J. And you didn't go to school here, any questions? I don't know what else to ask. Can I ask how old you are? Yes. Are you in your teens? Are you in your 20s? Yes. Are you 21? By the way, that's Boo Bear talking over in the background. 21, are you 22? 23? 24? You are 24 years old. Just a confirmation, yes. Name starts with J and he says he's 24 years old. Is there,
His name starts with J.
yeah,
Is there a male here that's connected to a couple people that are with us?
is there, to the J male, are you here for any of the visitors that we have with us? Says yes.
Yeah, but that's the wrong name.
Um,
It might be somebody else. Of course, we got a number of people here.
are you, so you're saying you know somebody that's in this building right now? Yes.
Is it, Joe?
Is your name Joe?
No. Oh,
No.
I want to know if he's related to the Joe.
Huh?
The guy downstairs is named Joe. I want
Oh.
to know.
Are you related to the gentleman by the name of Joe downstairs? Says yes.
What is the first letter of his name?
I'm pretty sure he said J. I'll go through and ask.
Do it again, please, because
I'm
it's
going
very
to.
close.
Is your name begins with the letter A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I? Does your name begins with the letter I? No. J, K. See, it's just going all wonky.
Say K again.
Does your name begin with the letter K? Yeah. But it also said yes for J.
Yeah, but J's right before K. I think it was anticipating you. Sometimes you go a little fast and, you know. I
Okay,
think
so the male here, your name begins with the letter K. All right, well, K it is, so.
Ask him if his parents are here.
To the gentleman that says your name begins with the letter K, do you know if your parents are here? It's a slow yes. Do we know what the person's name is?
I do, but I don't want to put it on the YouTube. Just for YouTube purposes, we have a couple people here that are guests that lost their son. And they're trying to reach him. And it seems like that we might have him on here.
Can you show me where you are? Where are you? So the rods are spinning and they are standing right to my right. There
But
goes
is
the
the
other one.
one kind of pointing behind you because there's
Well,
some,
they're
people
both
in
pointing
the
to
other
my
room.
right. They're the general idea, so.
Ask if he's talking to them downstairs too.
All right, to the young man that begins with the letter K, are you down? Yep, that was a fast yes, so he's downstairs.
He's doing both of us at the same time. That's pretty impressive.
Are you talking to them now? Yep. Those are like super fast, like hard yeses.
yeah, my, feed is slow. You're on
But
YouTube, right?
I'm on YouTube,
Well, that's what I'm on.
and your meter is like hitting red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got her game
Like
on,
a
too, though.
solid red. You got
Yeah.
what?
I don't have my game on,
Oh, you
and
don't?
it was hitting red before then.
Oh,
I have joined her live now.
oh, maybe it might be.
Might be your phone.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're
but
pretty,
it was doing it
they're pretty sensitive.
before.
There we go.
All right, so we got the meters on the floor. What else do we have in here?
I got a cat ball. Oh, apparently, I got one over there, but I got one in my pocket too. That butt in my pocket. All right, got a cat ball right here.
Well, maybe, well,
Roll it towards
Want me to
her.
throw it over there?
I was just trying to get the,
Ready?
it's not gonna show.
A little closer down.
I'm not sure. I think it's just the ankle of my,
Grandma had a spike, even though it's on the floor, so you know it's not her.
well, I can,
Oh.
I can,
Hello.
I can see
Hi.
What's going on?
the little bit of
Well,
white
the thing
shining up.
is this. Did you bring Joe up with my chance?
Joe? No, he's
No,
downstairs. They think
This
they
guy
have
just said
have
he's
it down
here.
there. They're
He's
getting
been talking to him downstairs.
Yeah.
He seems like he really wants to talk to him.
To Joe?
Do
you want me to bring him, Joe?
Mama, yeah.
Okay.
If you
But
could.
he's already talking to him downstairs.
He is, but apparently he wants to try to do it with,
Let me see.
well,
Ask
make
ask
sure.
again.
Yeah.
He might be getting tired because
he was going away.
So the gentleman that we were talking to that starts
It's
with the
probably
letter
because you were
K,
talking to him too.
would you like us to bring up Joe?
And Diane?
Yep, and Diane? Yep,
Okay, I'm gonna come in.
okay. All right, so for YouTube subscribers, if you're watching later, we're gonna go downstairs, well, we're not gonna go downstairs.
Go, and then we're coming up here.
They're gonna come up here. And then we'll just kind of see what happens.
He kind of overtook the rods from the woman.
Huh?
The first one you were talking to was the woman, right?
Yeah, that's what they
Yeah,
said. Let
did
me
he
see.
kind of just like, hey, I gotta talk here.
Is there another spirit? Okay. That
Yeah,
was
let's
like
keep- let's
super
keep-
fast, yes.
Let's keep the other one here though, because
I know, but I just wanted to see if the other female spirit was still here, and she says yes, so.
when we get done with this one, we'll try to talk to you too, okay?
Wait, is this female spirit the one that, name starts with K?
No, it's,
No.
It's, I think there's,
that's so funny, because I was gonna pull them out and
All right.
bring them into this room.
yeah, well, we got another camera over here too now.
We don't have.
So this is
Am I in the way of the
Yeah,
camera?
so-
No, I have it pointing this way.
We didn't say the whole name.
Well, that, yeah, that's fine.
Because we're on the live, but we were talking to a girl, and then this young man gets on.
Was it Katie? Because it was downstairs that came up Katie.
Well, that did say a K, first name
This one
started
is
with a
the
K.
guy's name started.
Oh, I thought they said the guy's name started with a J.
No,
Yeah.
she went too fast and she went back through it. JK, it was anticipated. But anyway, he
What was
said
that?
The
Oh,
toy bear. I think that downstairs that they were getting a lot of interaction from their son, that there were a lot of people coming in and out and I think disrupting the energy. And I feel pretty strong, funny, I was gonna pull just the two of them and come up to this room, but I think that if you talk to her with the rods, that will be more
Yeah,
than what
here,
you're
you
getting
sit
from the
here.
electronics.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys go.
All right, so then the next question is, I am on YouTube Live, so I don't know if you want me to cut off the live.
People that watch it on.
You want us to turn the light
Do
off?
you feel open to their?
Well, you can if you don't want to, and I'll record it on this, this is not live, and I
Yeah,
can
that's
send you a
okay.
copy of it if you'd like.
Well, ask Kevin too.
And we don't know if this is really him.
Right.
There's a lot of people that could be tricksters out there, but whoever this is, kind of overtalked the girl and wanted to talk to you guys. So, and he's real excited when we figured out that apparently he was talking to you downstairs. So,
All right, yeah, so the only thing that I only asked was I cycled through the alphabet and it stops at the letter of their first name and it stopped at a letter K. So, like Shane knows, I guess, some of the,
only because, Nicole told me.
yeah, so he asked,
Well, they told me, but I had forgotten. Nicole.
he asked me if, Shane asked me if the person that is coming through on the rods wanted you guys up here and it was like a fast, immediate yes.
Yes.
So like my yes answers, when I ask questions, they usually come to me. And if there's like a no, they usually like will cross. Sometimes they won't answer because that person doesn't need to know the answer or they already know the answer. So sometimes they won't even respond, so.
We know too, that a lot of people think might not believe, right? And that's okay. But I should tell you, we have found out about 3 different murders that we got to verify with her rods. That's how good she's got.
She's also had some really profound.
One got tricked
experiences
into
at
it.
my house as well with the rods. So I have a Victorian mansion, like a very historic home, and the rods have led to different things that we didn't know were in the home.
The Kane family.
Yeah, one of the things that we had, it took her upstairs to a room that she hadn't been in and I hadn't been in, and found these bells that I thought were like servant bells, like bring me some tea kind of stuff. And same thing, called, asked me to go up with her. We hadn't been in the room yet together. She hadn't seen these at all. It led right to the cabinet that had them and then asked us to move them downstairs, took us down and outside, and then stopped responding until I asked if it wanted us to hang them. A week later, the granddaughter, Sybil, who was the last person who had ever lived in the home before it was family, called and asked if she could come and stay. It was the first time that she had been in the house in almost 50 years. And while I was going back and forth with her, I asked her if she knew what the bells were, and she said, oh, they were from a one-horse open sleigh. My father had the first car in town, and when they got rid of the sleigh, I loved the bells so much that I asked him to take them off, and he hung them outside.
Oh, wow, that's exciting.
Well,
Yeah.
you want to hear a cool one? It's happened about the same time at her house. She had some people coming over for we did like a group Halloween investigation thing-ish, Halloween time. This guy was talking about his family, his grandfather working with the Kane family and the railroads, and what was it, something about oil or gas or something he worked in. Granddad had some money, but he did a lot with the Canes. He bought a place, property, he has a store on right now, that where two of the railroads that they own met. And he was saying, I've been looking for this, because he has a lot of Canes in the building. Her house has a huge safe with everything from Mount Juliet and all the original deeds in the house.
Yeah.
So she was falling asleep in the corner, her rod sounded going crazy, took them in there, and they started shuffling through these papers, the rods, right? And she was doing it with him. That deed that he was been looking for his whole life,
Was in the safe.
the original, she went right to it. Nobody even knew it was there. And he was like so excited.
I do
Everything
think
I
that
thought
you get
happened.
interesting things from the electronics and stuff, but I think that there is something specifically intuitive about the rods, and especially with Lisa as the conduit, that I think is far more intimate, and I think it's really interesting because they were having that downstairs, and I kept hearing to bring them up to this classroom.
Oh, well, it's funny because he said he was talking to him downstairs.
Yeah.
And when we mentioned about, we bring him up, bam, bounce was off her chest.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's a lot of things that could be out there. It could influence and maybe different things, but he wants you guys to ask some questions. If it don't make sense, sorry, but hopefully it'll work. Yes or no questions, or things that she can do, numbers or letters or stuff. It's easiest. So, oh, did you want us to turn that off, by the way? Just don't have it on, maybe.
Okay, so
I can't hear, so if they say
we
yes.
brought up somebody that you might know.
Yes.
We have, is it Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
They're pointing.
yeah, they're trying to
Oh.
do
He's trying to point at
something.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they're
there's,
pointing at them.
yeah, and we have, is it Diane?
Yep.
And pointing to you over there. So for, like I said, for whatever reason, the Rods wanted me to have you guys come up here. So if there's like any questions, if you would like to ask, we can certainly try to get an answer for you.
Are you at peace now, Kevin?
All right, Kevin, okay, so one of the things with the rods, for whatever reason, they're more or less attuned to me. So even though you asked the question, I had to repeat it, otherwise they won't
Yep.
respond back. So, the question is, are you at peace? So the answer is yes.
Does he visit the home?
Does he,
Visit the home?
do you visit the home? Yep. And
Is-
so earlier I asked, where he was, and he's
pointing
like,
to you.
he's pointing to you. Look, I'm getting like all the goosebumps now.
I'm looking, I
Or
just,
like
look,
all,
look, I just got him too.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
like head to toe, I feel
Big
like
time
all the
energy
goosebumps.
spikes.
does the dog know when he visits?
Does the dog know when he, yep, so I didn't even have to finish, asking that question,
A
and
lot
like,
of
I
times
keep
when
getting
they're
like the
anxious, they know
goosebumps.
what they anticipate her question, or she'll say quietly. You know, we could try to take off and let you guys be a little more personal if you want to do. But,
They're pointing at mom a lot.
And these are all on a spindle, so even, I know a lot of people are skeptic of them, but there is like absolutely no way that I can even maneuver these things even if I wanted to.
Is he worried about his mom?
Are you worried about mom? No. No. Coming right to you.
What?
Do you visit over to Patrick ever?
Do you ever visit Patrick? Yep.
Does he feel like
It
there's,
just keeps pointing over.
There's something he
Is
wants
there
you guys to
something-
ask him, but I think he, you know, I love it.
is there something he wants mom to know?
Is there something that mom needs? Yep. I don't even gonna finish answering that one and
Yeah, for some reason he's something, I don't know if you're thinking about something, he's trying to tell you something. Always I know that is when they start pointing at people like that, it's usually somebody wants something specific.
Are you telling her that you're okay?
you just let mom know that you're okay? Yep.
Are you with grandma?
Are you with grandma? Yep.
That's
You and
not it.
Grandpa Jim telling stories together and having a beer?
Are you telling stories and having a beer? Yep.
That sounds fun.
I asked that downstairs and everything went off.
What kind of game do you want to play, Kevin? No?
Joe, what I'll do with you guys too, I'll give you my phone number. If you want more specific stuff later, you could just tell us, and we don't do it in our house, but we can do it for you guys and, you know.
I would be open to having you come to my place and do it. I think Lulu would amplify that. Will you ask him?
Would you like for your mom and dad?
Yep.
Would you like for mom and dad to go meet at Jess's house? No.
No.
Ask him Lulu specifically.
Ask them,
Ask him if he would like to have a meeting with them at Lulu.
would you like to have a meeting with your parents at Lulu? Nope.
Okay. What about at their house?
What about at home?
Was
You
that-
said yes
was that
for,
a yes?
yes for home.
I have a question for him. Did he come here with mom and dad in order to try to communicate with them?
Did you come with mom and dad?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, he wasn't hanging around.
I think
There was
it's pretty obvious too.
something happening in the basement where Melissa said crawl space, and then the EMF reader went off.
The what went off?
Kids are getting excited. Sorry.
Kevin, are you messing with the kids?
Are you messing with the kids down there? No.
So he came with mom and dad. He's obviously more of a celestial spirit. So that's a good thing for you guys, so he can answer questions that our spouse spirit may not be able to. So there's some spirits that go on and then go back, right? With natives, I don't know what your guys' religious beliefs are. With natives, there's like a temporary layover, right? Where everything that they did in life that was good and bad, because this is a learning period for us for the overall growth of our spirit. So everything we did good and bad, we go through that, right? Again, this is what we did good, this is how we affected people in a positive way, this is what we did bad and affected them, and this is how we have to grow as a spirit for later, right? And then they come back. And they watch out for us, you know, but those people that move on have a better understanding and have more memory of their overall, who they are as a spirit, than ones that don't move on. They still have free will. This is how we look at it, right? I'm not saying that, you know, because our way we think or believe, they still have free will, so they don't have to move on if they don't want to. or if they feel like they have unfinished business. And there's a myriad of other reasons why they may still be here. But this one is not that case. But for some reason, he's really concerned with you guys. So I just wanted to,
Do you remember the story you told when we were at the fire pit about the fork in the road?
Do you remember the story? Yep.
Do you remember when you threw the lighter in the pit?
Do you remember throwing the lighter? Yeah, in the fire pit?
Scared the crap
Yep.
out of me.
did that really happen?
Yeah, 'cause I was.
That's pretty dangerous.
I was
You
sitting,
fell asleep.
I was sitting in a chair, I was sleeping there, and our neighbor, Chris Warren, was still awake, and Kevin had this big lighter and threw it in the fire. All of a sudden, whoa! I woke up, I almost fell out of the chair.
God.
I don't know what
Luckily, we
happened.
didn't get nobody.
It's funny, wasn't it, Kevin?
It was fun to be here.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still pointing at you. There's something, and I think you probably might know it, but, he's concerned about something.
I think she's still.
I think he's trying to help you with something.
I think she's still holding on to a lot of the heaviness of the grief and hasn't transmuted that yet into just the memory. And I think that that's a way to feel like you still have a connection to him, and I think he's inviting you to just hold on to the joy and the love of the memories. And
Still
move
angry
forward.
with you, Kevin.
There's nothing worse than losing a child. I think with our way we believe it's easier in some respects because we know what's coming next. But
I think,
and another thing too
I
that
think
helps
he's-
us
I think
is a
he's-
celebration of life. Most days when we do, it's a lot of laughing and joking and kind of like you were just doing, you know?
Right.
I think he's missing his body right now because I think he wants to hug you.
What's up about that?
That bear is something
Get
else.
some, go give mama some lovin's.
Yeah, it's funny too, a lot of people are like, well, I haven't seen any signs. And there's always these signs. Wow, I saw this where he was at, it lit up, and I thought it was my imagination. Or I felt somebody put their arm, and I thought it was my imagination, you know? A lot of times they're really reaching out because they're in a better place, obviously. But they're concerned about their loved ones, and we see that a lot.
I'm gonna take the bear out.
He's really spiking up over there, by the way, too. And I've seen hers go off a few times too. I see hers reflect off the backside of my glasses.
EMF reader went off all the way to red in the basement.
Well,
That's really awesome. Good job.
Go out for a minute and ask something else, or
Yes, very good job.
I'm gonna turn this
Thank
on. Well, that really darkened it up, wasn't it?
I think he
Apparently, he
does,
really wanted you to feel comfortable,
I think,
but, we do have to also, and then afterwards, talk to the other girl that he was in here.
I think he feels
But
a lot of your weight.
If you want, we can
There's like a ton of activity in the basement. Y'all should like check it out because it's a lot.
we might have to take her walking from her.
Can you come again?
Please.
The basement is having a lot of activity.
See if I can turn this off.
You visit Pittsburgh?
We'll be down there shortly.
Do you visit Pittsburgh? Yep.
Center.
He was down there.
Plant. Let's check out the basement.
I'm turning this on.
I'm just gonna turn it off. Remind me to turn it back on in a little bit.
Down to the basement here in a minute or two. Hold on.
There it goes.
We had this,
Nope. That was
we
my
had this
fault.
one a woman, her and her sister came up to us. Sometimes we do presentations, we get a lot of people that come from those. She says, we have somebody who passed away, Easter before last, that was like a father figure to me, right? And we do these because with people like, sometimes we do them. But she says, well, you know, it was tragic, we don't think it was an accident, right? This is important. Up on a mountain, all right? So we're doing this because we think that we're trying to give her some kind of closure. Turns out, and it's weird to say, they had a drug ring going on at a trucking company that they were using to launder the money. He stole from the guy that was running the whole thing, and that guy, and they knew it. And they knew all they really wanted after, I don't know how many of these things, was where he had the money in. They could have cared less for that guy, and we got duped into it. And now we're like freaking out a little bit too, because they know that we know what they were doing. And that they're part of this whole thing over there in Portville, you know? It was kind of creepy. We had another one.
Look at yours going on.
No, mine keeps going up.
It goes up a lot.
I'm wondering, can I say something, Diane?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe we ask questions about, you know, stuff that happened.
Yeah,
Yesterday down there. I mean,
Was it an accident, Kevin?
All right, Kevin, are you still here? Yep. All right, so they're asking if it was an accident. Yes.
Were you around anyone?
Were you around anyone? No.
Did someone give him something that he shouldn't have had, or?
Hey Ben, where are you?
Did somebody give you something that you weren't supposed to have? No.
Sorry.
They're
Second
gonna come
floor,
right back and point over there to Mom.
Ben, can you pray that,
Were you by yourself when you passed?
Were you by yourself? Yes.
Place is dead, it's big. So he was by himself?
Yeah.
Was it under the bridge? When you passed?
Were you under the bridge when you passed? It's coming in the middle. Usually that's like kind of like a maybe, kind of like a foggy.
That means it's partially right. That's how it usually means what she does it.
Difference.
There's something related to that is the case, but it also isn't.
He wasn't totally in the bridge, was he? Where he was it?
Yeah.
Where he was living at, yeah.
Yeah. Did someone place him in his spot?
Were you moved to where you were found? Well, he says yes.
Was John Thompson with you?
Was John Thompson with you? That's a slow yes.
Who was that girl down there?
Why would you say no in the beginning?
I don't know.
Sometimes too, well, like that case we were talking about, it was a side-by-side accident. The guy was married, his wife was in Oliver with his disabled daughter, and he was there with his girlfriend. She watched what happened to him, but he was still trying to protect her. So he at first told us she wasn't there, but it turns out later that she absolutely was there, but he didn't want her to get in trouble. Even though it wasn't her that did it, but she saw it happen and did report. And she was also part of the drug.
Who was that girl down there that you guys used to
Her
talk?
name was Coral.
Was Coral around you that night?
Was Coral around you that night? No.
Cora wasn't pregnant, was she?
Was Coral pregnant? No.
Do you go and visit with Patrick and Jamie?
Do you go visit with Patrick and Jamie? You just keep swinging back.
Just don't understand why you couldn't walk away from it. We tried so hard.
It's Lisa, he's really setting that thing up there.
I'm still proud of you, Kev. You lived your way. Does that make you happy that I'm still proud of you?
Are you happy that mom is still proud? Yep. Again, it just got like the whole.
I did too. Look at that.
What did those numbers go way up on that?
Oh, I just got a spike of 80 to 4. So it was, the whole room was lit up for a second. Yeah, I'm back to 1.4 now.
So, some energy.
He's really strong. I wonder why he's so strong. It's only been a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 years.
He's really strong. Of course, like I said, he is celestial, he'll be strong, but that's still kind of, still strong.
I guess it just hang out the area since he came here with us tonight, or how's that, how would that work? Just free spirit, I guess, like it was.
Do you come to visit parents all the time? Yep.
Do you visit your brother and nephews?
Do you visit your nephews and your brother? Yep.
Probably smoke weed yet.
Ask if there's anything else he wants to tell them. We might not be able to get to there, but at least we'll know for future reference anyway.
Is there something that you would like? Yep.
Does it have to do with mom and dad for both, or dad?
Is it for both parents? Nope. Is it for dad? What about mom? Yep.
See, that's why I just want to confirm, because it's been pointing at it since the beginning. I was just wondering. Sometimes, beginning when Lisa first started doing this, Lisa was clinically dead for 27 minutes as a baby. She drowned. That's from when emergency services got there and put a clock on it. They gave up. Grandma resuscitated her a few minutes afterwards, right? So she had a traumatic brain injury, but ever since that time, she's been visible from both planes. Her whole life, things have been attracted to her, but she's never interacted with them until she started with doing the rods. Now, I would wake up and there'd be weird stuff in the house that I'd have to clean. We had certain ways to do it with prayer and, other things we use. But now since she's been using these rods, it's been able to help focus these spirits that come to try to talk to her, and she now can control it better. So it's a little different. We don't, advertise it, but it also helps her with her peace of mind, because things will affect her without her realizing it sometimes. And this way she can control. But he definitely wants, there's something about mama. I don't know if it's something he's worried about more, or there's a question specific, but there's something there.
Maybe he's worried you don't sleep.
Could be stress.
Are you worried about mama? Yeah.
She has a lot of pain too. Sorry, I shouldn't say stuff like that. I get talking and I can't help myself. You can feel pain coming from her too. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Alright.
Just recently lost family members too. Well, Karen was, oh,
Two sisters.
That's it.
It's a hard thing.
One brother.
I always feel bad for the living. You know, I don't, as much as the people that pass, it's the suffering that everyone else goes through. We lost a baby 20-something years ago, and I still talk to him. Sometimes he still comes to my dreams and talks to me, except when he does, he's full grown. He looks more like Lance, you know, with Lisa's smile, you know, and it makes me feel good. But it, you know, it's not easy to say. Sometimes I'll sneak off and go to where I buried him, you know, just to feel that connection. But even though I know his spirit's not there, you know.
We still have a small portion of ashes in the house.
Just helps me focus.
Maybe we should go dump those. Maybe he wants that.
Well, let's ask him. All right, mom, dad's, okay.
What was the question?
I was gonna ask if he wanted them to go, place his ashes somewhere, and I didn't even get a chance to finish it, and
He said yes.
yeah, he keeps going back to like, it's like, yes, yes, yes.
You still have the ashes.
Some, we
yeah,
spread most of them around and gave some
we, Jamie and some
to
Kyle.
Taylor, our other niece. Of course, Taylor,
Do you visit with Taylor, your niece, or your cousin?
Do you visit with Taylor?
she put his ashes
In
in
the garden?
in the garden. It's a dog face of Rouse's.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Her dog, just put her dog down.
Oh,
and Kevin loved that dog too, so she made it a casing for his, but she put some.
we
of them-
also believe the dogs are, we had a cat that passed away last year. The cat coming up and he would flop on us like this. And you could feel him doing it a lot. And he did it for like four weeks or so, especially to our youngest. And then he left, you know, but
How Pong would be nice to the satyrs. We should have spread his ashes tomorrow.
Yes.
a lot of times he doesn't do that. You had that a few other times. It's so you can start to let go. It's more for the living than it is. They just want you to go through that because you're setting that intent and you're saying it's okay. And I think that's the biggest thing usually that happens like that.
Are you proud of how Patrick's turning out? He's a lot like you.
Are you proud of Patrick? Yeah.
Patrick, a nephew or something?
His son,
Oh, son? Oh.
Yeah.
it's 3. Jamie's doing a great job with him. The one knew, the one Derek's anyways, the one that lives in Ellicottville. What was it?
Yeah, I know.
Sharon, I'm sure Sharon. One you would,
One, right?
Yeah, one of you guys that lives in Elkinville, she's got the longer hair.
Oh, Ellen, yeah.
Ellen,
She's the historian over there. She's a retired school teacher.
yep.
Yeah. We actually have a number of teachers and authors in our group. It's kind of odd. We didn't plan it that way. But it turns out that way.
Sean, do you have anything else you wanted to ask?
Like I said, I'll give you guys my phone number. If you want to later, we can certainly ask some questions later.
Good. We appreciate you trying. And it's sure getting a lot of readings of a lot of other ones too.
There's a lot of stuff in this building. There's a lot of
Yeah.
kids that really like to play with stuff and really like showing you they're here. And then you got like this. Did you just get another surge of energy?
No.
Got it again.
Oh,
All my
you
hair.
felt it?
Yeah, I just hit, yeah, just like
I've
it
seen
did
that
other two
go
times.
way up.
Huh?
I've seen those
Seen
numbers
that.
go way up to like 800 before. Like, how go that high?
Yeah, it's going down from 20-something to double zero, just like that.
Because when you were telling,
Yeah, literally 20-something, who knows what it was when it actually happened too.
right, I've seen it go way up in the hundreds.
Now it's at .03.
But no, he just wants you to know that he loves you.
He really is concerned about your mama though.
Wow.
I love him too. I'm very proud of him. And living,
Well, like like Keithel said, he lives his life the way he wanted to live his life.
Yeah, Shelley's taking care of your mom.
yeah. Do you like that Shelley and I are doing the craft shows together, carrying on the arts?
Do you like that they're doing, yep.
I'm sure
He's
he
really
would have-
strong. He don't seem to tire.
you know, He
Yeah.
was always up all the time.
Oh, yeah. Of course, the drugs helped with that, but,
I mean, he was talking to you guys all that time downstairs.
yeah.
And I know he's gone on, so it's a big difference, because he's more of a whole spirit, but he really is strong. And how he can send waves of energy and still keep doing that like it's nothing. Usually by this time, they're way pooped out. You know, we'll have to do them over and over and over. Of
Even
course,
put
that's
it
usually
together
worth it.
till now. We spent the day at the hockey rink and he played hockey and he was so good at it.
Ask him if he was with us at the craft show today.
Were you with them at the craft show today? No.
That was a long day, Ellen. You would've got bored.
Yeah. Well, that's where he played hockey at.
Yeah. When did you find out you were coming over here today?
Like Wednesday, I think she invited us
So
to
maybe
come
that's why he didn't go, because he was anticipating.
and saving himself for tonight.
Mhm.
He was always a night owl.
Yeah.
You don't have a cell phone running in your pocket, or,
I do.
well,
Anyway,
maybe, because that's been going off, no, it's still going off, I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah, it's definitely here. It's really just been setting off nonstop.
yeah, and it wasn't hard, it was going off some and downstairs, but not as much, but it's been constant 5 lights there. Yeah.
Now, did you guys believe in this kind of, well, you kind of did, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I do.
So I guess it makes sense, because a lot of times they don't seem to be able to communicate, they're stumbling through it. It takes them time to figure out how to do things, or how to set stuff off. But he seems to be good at all kinds of stuff. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Lisa, do we have any cards with us?
No.
Kev, do you wanna tell your mom about something that happened in Pittsburgh?
All right, Kevin, do you need to tell something to Mom about what happened in Pittsburgh? No, but he needs to tell you something. I just don't know what that is.
When he keeps pointing at her, it's like she knows it.
Yeah.
Do you want mom to retire?
Do you want mom to retire? No.
Now you're really in the trap.
What about dad? Does dad need to retire? Yes.
Is he angry with me?
Are you angry with mom? No.
No, nothing he's had said so far indicates anything like that.
Yeah.
I think what it is he really is worried about something. Like you're hiding something that maybe you're not telling him, and he's worried about it. I don't know. But that's the feel I get from it. He's concerned about something about you. And it could be just negative thoughts that we have, or who knows, but there's something there that he's worried about. Cool, how open he is with you guys. You guys had a good relationship, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, for the most part.
A lot of times we get people, especially young guys like this, first thing they start off with is like, sorry. Because they did something they weren't really happy about, or they drinking too much or whatever. But he just was right to the point. Hey, I miss you. I'm worried about you guys, and I'm really glad to talk to you.
Oh my God.
Did that scare you?
Yes.
Well, that cat ball didn't go off. That one didn't go off.
No.
Is there anything else you guys wanted to?
Is that thing?
We could try some more later if you think of something else.
Okay.
Yeah, and like I said, I'll give you my phone number and you guys can.
Somebody got locked out.
What?
Who's locked out?
Oh, no.
Oh,
So.
somebody called one of the smokers.
Do we tell them goodbye or what?
What we usually do is we won't do it. So I'll be on my phone and you guys can text me questions or even call me and I'll just relay them. Sometimes we even record them and then send it to the people. We just do it for fun, to help them get over things.
Didn't see where they were locked out at.
I thought she said the front door.
Are you playing tricks on the kids here?
Are you playing tricks on the kids? Nope.
There's a lot of other spirits in this building.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool that, literally you walk anywhere and they're setting off stuff. And it's stuff that requires different types of electricity and magnetic fields, You know what? Did we get the ion tester out? I bet this would be a really good place for it. That's another way of,
I don't know.
it detects positive and negative ions, a different kind of energy.
Yeah, yours is high over there, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Your guys' K2s, those batteries are gonna be dead before they're too long. Going off like crazy. I'm gonna leave this camera right here on that board since I got
Yeah.
smeared before.
Do we tell them goodbye? Shut the.
I mean, you can if you want. I mean, I feel like he's with you guys all the time. And he hears you guys.
We when it comes to people like that, they're always with us, and they are able to be with us in a lot of different ways, and multiple people at the same time. A lot of people don't realize that. They can branch and to watch multiple people, especially the ones that's caught on and come back, right? This guy, he followed you right into this building. He just saw an opportunity, he took it, which is cool.
All right, Kevin, we're gonna take a break. He's like, nope.
He wants it.
We're gonna walk around.
Just tell him.
Well, yeah, we'll be here.
Hey, Dad, Lance, you guys meet me downstairs on the first floor.
You guys need to go down the first floor. Okay. All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Let me flip around. I guess we got an emergency happening down there.
Somebody walked in?
Yeah, one of the doors.
Yeah, but they said the doors are all locked up, and mom was out front.
How the hell did he get in?
Somebody's in the building?
Did he jump through the window?
Oh, there's the window in the cafeteria is open.
Anymore, it's closed now. He-
Apparently somebody got into the building.
One of the girls came and locked the door on me, and I was out there a long time.
Oh, somebody closed the window.
Oh, we just did.
Oh, you just now did?
Yeah.
No.
No, Hunter just closed it after he chased the guy. He said he had a guitar and said there was a studio upstairs, so you could find out from the judge whether that's true.
Judge don't know. But they did say nobody can get in without a key.
Yeah.
Well, apparently we had somebody in the building. All right,
They're stuck in somehow.
sorry for the wobbliness, but
You think these are,
Huh?
you think these are kind down for the residents, or you think?
If they're trapped down, then that's where he came in.
Maybe. Yeah. Where did Hunter say?
He said it's clear, he went out and walked the building.
How do we know if the guy is like here?
Oh, he saw him go saw the car. When he saw Hunter, he ran out and he went to a car.
got some excitement here.
I came on this corner. He was like,
Got some excitement. I guess we had somebody come in the building when we were upstairs.
So he went outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you
Yeah, I saw him.
you talked to him up there?
But I will check the doors at the end
when I
here
was closing
and
these,
by Miss
the
Carroll.
girls were
They
getting
were all, they
scared.
were both locked.
Yeah, he was loading into his car right here.
But, Ellen, it looks like it was trampled down by the window.
Oh,
He had that window.
I locked it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for all you people that just hopping on
Let's,
YouTube Live, we were just upstairs.
If it's car.
We did a ride session.
Is there people who do rent rooms outside?
There are some upstairs, yeah, there's a musician that goes upstairs and plays music, and they
Oh.
have a band, so I don't know.
Okay, so.
He
They
said
go in
he had a
every now and
studio
then.
upstairs, but then.
Okay.
So if you come back and watch the video,
No.
a good
no
portion of
actual
it
issue.
is
We're good.
dark, but you can hear us
So we'll talk to
talking.
the girls because they think I heard.
But I think I am going to
Well, he probably didn't.
cut this right now, just because it's over an hour. I will come back on later, and we'll go and check out some of
We
the
got hit by some, you get up there like.
equipment that's been going off.
Jump from
So see you in a bit.
And everybody's on.